should. Oh, let's make some noise and chase the moon. Got jokes to crack, got things to share. A little chaos, who needs air? Better together, we'll laugh, we'll hide together, we'll make it light. Better together, wrong feels right. Bring your dreams and a half full cup. We'll mix it all, shake it up. Conversations gold, let's mind the vein. Even our silence could entertain. We'll trade off flaws like battle scars, stack them high and reach the stars. What's broken can be mended too. Together's better, me and you. Better together, we'll laugh, we'll climb. Better together, one step at a time. If the world feels heavy, we'll make it light. Better together, wrong feels right. Bring it, we'll get better. Who's to say? We'll keep on trying day by day. Life's too short to go alone. Better together, we'll find our tone.
Hello, everybody. I clicked the wrong button. Yeah, I'm so good at this. Jeez. Yep, I'm starting out real good on this stream, aren't I? Okay, I'm on that stream. I want that alone. Why is it giving me that view? Well, hello, everybody. For every single one of you, since there's one of you right now, but I know more of you, more watch this in the afterwards. Oh, I don't know why it wants to do this. Well, that sucks. It worked just before when I was going through all the settings. Yeah. Oh, those things. Thank you, Heidel, for putting up all the check out and sub to Snipe Hunter 2's channel. Yeah, I know it's not just me that's been having issues, but geez, it worked before. Yeah. Maybe we'll try this one. Yep. Yeah. really annoying when it worked before this, when I was testing right before all this, and now it wants to just have a small little screen that aggravating. Hmm. Well, how do I sound? Can you hear me? At least that should be good. Hey, Shenny, you made it. Yeah, it's nice to know who I'm saying hi to. Oh, that's good that you can hear me. But I have no idea though why it doesn't want to give me the full screen treatment. Yeah, that one should put me full screen and it just blacks it out. So I guess it doesn't want me to use that one. But it'll use it if I go to that one and go there. That makes no sense at all. Yep. Yep. Make sure to check out Shenny Graham Yell Rocks if you like watching games and tech issues and all kinds of stuff like that. We will be continuing the work on my pheasant painting. I gotta thin it up. I did do a little, but nothing much to it since last time. Didn't want to do anything off air so that you didn't see it. Yeah, you have to make sure you know the layouts underneath. Yeah, I do the layouts, and it works on every other one of my pictures that I'm. Yeah, I don't know. This is screwy that maybe I can add myself to a different thing and yeah, it won't let me add an extra camera. That's an upgrade. Yeah, thank you, StreamYards. Lucky I'm more polite than some people. Yeah, it should just be I should be full screen there, and it's not letting me. Yeah, I know you pay for the extra and you get that, but I'm not even trying to do anything that's outside there. It was letting me do it when I was going through making sure I knew where everything was, and it will get rid of the other this screen. Maybe now it'll let me. Nope, that didn't work. Yeah, whatever. We'll work through this. Yeah. Yeah, I can share a screen. I mean, I can do like that, but I can't make me as big as I can make that. That's what I'm working off of. Hmm. That is just weird. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, don't worry about it too much, Shanny. It's fine. I'm on a different, yeah. I don't know why it, yeah. On the last stream, it allowed me to do do the stuff that I wanted. And yeah, and I looked through all the other stuff. Well, we'll work with this and I'll figure it out next time. Yeah. Okay. We'll work at thinning the bird down a little bit. Got a little pudgy. I don't want them that hefty. We also have to make the wing a little. Oh, I forgot a color, but we got enough of it here. We'll work right back here. Get rid of some of this so that not quite so chunky. Have a little darker stuff. I do add a little medium in there that extends it because acrylics dry really fast. But I did a little so that we can get them a little thinner back there. We're going to change I didn't quite get the bone structure here that goes right there and kind of comes up like this. Quite in the right place last time, so we'll do that. Get a few shadows in there. Yeah, well, we'll be okay with this for now, even though it really upsets me. But hey, this is fun, right? Yeah, we're having a good time. Think positive. It's a little tough for me to paint at this angle, but we'll try. We're getting there. At worst, I just paint over it. Oh, yeah. We'll get the belly a little thinner too. That's kind of a little chunky. I have to use a lighter color even though just because the raw sienna won't cover up some of the stuff that I want to be covered up. We'll thin the neck up a little. The breastbone kind of stick out, but then it'll come back up and that's better, a little thinner in that area. We'll get it. Okay, got to go back and read some of the stuff from Shenny. If you select the third layout, doesn't it show you? Yeah, the third layout does basically the same thing. So does the second layout. And the third one moves me over, or fourth one moves me over a little. This one moves me over here. I don't know if I have to get rid of because I have some stuff in. Maybe we'll do that. I'm going to get rid of the other things that I have already on there. Remove them from Studio. I can remember to add them back at the end. Maybe now it'll let me. Nope. I'm just a loser. It's okay. I don't want to look too professional and embarrass people and make them feel bad about what they're doing. There, we could go with that. That would really help. Yeah, see, if I share a picture, yeah, here, I'll share that picture again. Image file. Trying to find one that's actually my own picture. Okay. Uh, yeah, it's been really slow. Okay, if I add the stage, then that's what it shows that it should be on. If I start at the first one, I'm like that. That's the second one. Third layout. Fourth layout. Fifth layout. Sixth. The seventh one. And then just the full screen without me. Now I don't understand why when I get rid of this, it doesn't allow me to be that full screen like it does that. Now get rid of, remove that from the studio. Yeah, 1 and 2, that, and 3, 4 are all for guests. One, even 1, I think should have it full screen instead of being like an avatar shaped thing. But I don't see anything that says make it full screen or. Hmm. Yeah, the 7th one does that. Even if I don't have the picture up there yet, but it moves me down there. If I have a picture up, it just puts that behind there. So the layout, going back to that. And that's the 8th one. I don't, I suppose since I don't have anything in there, but this one, it shows it as full screen down below, but does not show it in the, as full. Yeah, that doesn't do anything. Um, hmm. Yeah, but yeah, I haven't set my camera though below where it gives you a preview down below actually shows it in the right, orientation. But I don't know where to set. We'll go look at settings. Um, yeah, it's giving me the right stuff on that. Yeah, maybe I accidentally got it set to portrait mode instead of landscape mode. And now but it shows it that it's clicked on landscape mode. I don't know. This is weird, so I'm not going to worry about it. Yeah. Well, I'm using my laptop, so it's on that. And I hadn't been to this on my, go check and see what it looks like on my, wrong place. Put that on. Yeah, I don't know why that would, because I don't even have screen. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the laptop is what I'm not. Yeah, but it's working. It worked right up until I started. I did like practice stuff, going through the different things, and I don't know. And my preview down below is in the right orientation. It's the full thing. Hmm. I have no idea why it. Yeah, and I don't even know where the settings for that are now. Uh, I'll go check the camera settings and yeah, it shows me in the right. Hmm. Shows it full screen when I go check the actual settings. So I am not, there must be a setting in here that puts me in landscape, but I'm not seeing what, Just a second. I'm gonna try this. And then I can't do that. Yeah, there's some weird. It must be a setting though in StreamYards that's not letting me. Yeah, this is exciting video. Yeah, it is set at that. It's set. I wouldn't like check the, and it shows every place else. If I turn on, look at my video, any place else, it's full screen, 1080. It just for some reason is not once I turned on. I am completely confused. Maybe it's because I got multiple displays going right now. But that shouldn't, I'm sure I did before. Yeah, we'll try here a second. See if that helps. And no, that didn't do anything. I will hang on. I'll paint while we're trying to figure this out. Yeah, I better plug in back that other one or else I'm going to be totally confused. Yeah, I think we can consider this a test. Yeah, it stayed that. I just do not understand why it isn't. Yeah, I'll paint a little. Here we go. What do I want to make? Oh, I was going to add a little orange to some stuff to brighten up some areas. A little yellow, kind of a bright yellow, but I'm okay. I want to brighten this up a little bit. Smooth out the edge a little. And I wrote down notes for stuff to talk about today. Jeez, I was like planned ahead. Yeah. Glad it sounds good. Yeah. You'd think I almost thought I had confidence in how I was doing this. I had figured out some things, and that's kind of how my life goes, though. Start to think I figure out some things, and then bang, something comes ahead and tells me nope. Oh, excuse me, I gotta sneeze. Oh, excuse me. I should have reached for the mute button, but I didn't. Yeah, yeah, Heidel, I actually planned. No, I can still, maybe talking about it's better than painting anyways. Um, no, what I was thinking about today, for no particular reason, anybody, was friendships, and like as you get older, the friendships you lose. Yes, dynamic, Shenny. That's what we'll call it. It's content. Um, but losing friends in many different ways, it's one of the, yeah, one of the things you run into as we age. That it kind of, there's really no way to escape it. And you think, you expect older people, but these to pass away in your life, but it gets where those older people are closer and closer in age to you than what they used to be. And then, yeah, and people that you don't expect at all. And to me, it's feeling like I'm really losing the youthful part of that. You lose your youth by having these people that aren't there anymore, that you don't expect to lose at a certain time, and you do, and and it's a very difficult, abrupt change sometimes, and we all go through it. It's not anything like specific to me right now or anything. I mean, I've had a couple losses this year, and I know others have. Um, it, it's just very difficult when you just have to face that reality that, yeah, that all these people we knew and that are important to us, and it's just weird. Sometimes it's not even people that were that close to you sometimes, but you know, yep, that's what I'm actually using right now. Yeah, that's what I'm using right now is this, and it doesn't. I don't know why it puts the black around on the two sides. But yep, Shenny. Yeah, she says my friends have been going home for the last couple years at a rate where I am thinking we are all awesome band members and we're just being pulled home fast. Uh, yeah, it's just and yeah, I don't like the feeling. I know that. Little highlights under there. Some really dark stuff now. Um, Yeah, there's even been a few friends I've been trying to find. I'm not one to look for friends up from years ago. Yeah, I wouldn't check that, Shenny, that it's on the whole thing and my, the preview it shows you below on what you're showing. It shows it in full screen. I don't understand. It's something between, there must be a setting between that, and I don't know what it would be under. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know why it's. I think it's just wanting to screw things up today. I'm not too worried. I wasn't going to do a lot of painting, so you can see it's getting some stuff done, but it was more just thinking today and uh, it's yeah. I feel like I don't feel old. That's the whole thing. But I feel old as far as the aches and pains I have now. But I don't feel old as far as when I think, you know, even though I can get a little, I know I can be a little downer at times and maybe not have the most positive attitude. But for the most part, I don't consider myself, I do not feel like 55 in my mind. Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure I'll go check one more time in the settings and see if. Hmm, stupid camera. Yeah, I see nothing that. Hmm. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything that changes that isn't already right. Yeah, try one more place. Yeah, I can't go to where it would let me maybe look at that. It says it'll shut off the other app, so we'll just go with this and we'll mostly talk, then it doesn't matter. Um, no, yeah, yeah, I feel old sometimes, like I was saying, with a little pain, you know. This morning I definitely woke up with my hands a little rough, but they're not too horrible now. Uh, but I don't think old. Yeah. Yeah, we can figure it out later. I'm not too worried about it. But I know Shenny doesn't try to feel old. I see her, you know, tries to keep as busy as she can and do the things that she did, but I'm even sure there's days when, you know, yeah. But yeah, it's more the feeling of it's probably the mortality feeling coming on, that you start to feel like you see these people that are similar ages in the obituaries or something. Ooh, didn't like that for a second. Yep, I really enjoyed my 30s. From like 30 to 35, that's what, and it really didn't bother me until I was probably, I'd go all the way to 45. I was fine. But then stuff happens. Then you start losing the people, and yeah, I guess it was 44 that I really started losing people that, but then I lost, and I've said this, I don't know, to some people at least before, but I'd lost a brother-in-law to cancer when he was, oh, I mean, this is 24 years ago. And that just was I mean, at that age, I was completely, because he was a good friend of mine and it was my youngest sister's husband. And it really, it made you think and worry about every feeling that you had. And, you know, I mean, that he was a young, healthy, very active guy and then is just gone because, the stupid cancer, brain tumors and stuff just go so fast. And yeah, it's just, and that wasn't a good time in my life either. But, right now it's actually been pretty good lately. You know, have thoughts every once in a while that probably aren't helpful, but we all have that. Getting the chest a little more how I want it. I gotta brighten up this edge just a little bit though, so it doesn't look like it's all of a sudden going to like it's got a flat belly. I think we're getting it. I kind of want to work on the wings a little bit now. Get the brush a little clean. Um, no, and I know we all know, and there's somebody I know that's just dealing with losing someone, and it's just such a, yeah, no matter what you say, what you do, it just doesn't really help it because you got to deal with that just thought of what's going on. And a little bit of it's tough when you're concerned about people and you're not sure what to say. But in those times, it's probably best just listening. I mean, it's try to do that, and it's been tough this year because some people I really cared about that lost people didn't want me to help them at the time. They didn't want you know, didn't want to be consoled by me. And that's just the tough thing to have to accept, and you do. Trying to give some depth and some highlights in the tail now. We'll add a little more color to. I really like the raw sienna. It's a nice color for a lot of stuff that it's a very natural color. And this morning it was weird. I thought of somebody I hadn't thought of much for a while. And you would think that'd be a good thing, having memories come back, but it wasn't really. It was just not at the right time. There's times you shouldn't miss people. Then you feel guilty about it. Yeah, we'll try to get that. I don't know. This is going to definitely be a work in progress because with the technical issues today, we're not going to get as far as I'd hoped. What are we? Oh, 48 minutes. Oh, I got a little while yet. Shadow, blue, dark blue shadow under there. Maybe run back with a little burnt something, whatever the heck I put there. Now I don't even remember the color I put there. I don't care. I think it's burnt umber. But no, thought of somebody I hadn't thought of much lately. Been trying to get out of my mind, and yeah, I don't. Grief definitely hits differently for everyone. Definitely different for each person or situation one might. Um, Yeah. Situations you might grieve over. And she says sometimes the best thing you can do for our friends is just sit and let them in silence listening when they want to talk. I try. And yeah, Shenny, yeah, we all left last night on the streaming because it had stopped. And then we just talked for a while. We didn't know if you lost internet connection or power or something, but we talked a while and Gabby was there, so it was very interesting, to say the least. Oh, sorry, I bumped that. Yeah. Yeah. But you still want to do more for your friends and what, you know, it's tough when you think that's enough, but it feels like you should be doing more. And I'm glad this time my friend is letting me do more. It was tough when I couldn't. Well, we're getting the wing better. There'll be a lot of coats of stuff over this. I'm trying to take this halfway serious this one. Sometimes I just quick bang them out. Oh, she said, no, Discord flipped out, and yes, Gabby can keep y'all entertained. Oh, yeah, we learn stuff. Gabby isn't shy. She might have even learned a little last night. Okay, Shenny says, okay, well, then I will start the encore late tonight as I have no clue where it looked because it doesn't tell. It was like 10 minutes into is all it was into that show. So we didn't see much. Yeah. Idol says, oh, I know for sure. That for sure. We want to do more for friends going through it and almost feel guilty sometimes when we can't. Yep. I would say that describes some feelings now. And has in the it seems like the past year it's been a lot of grieving. I'm kind of hoping not to have much of that for a while again. You know, it's just it's a nice color in the sides. I'm not one to focus on it. Shenny says, I feel it, but I've rushed past it and don't take up residence. Yeah, I wish I could. I, you know me. I have some. I wish I could compartmentalize and not think about things at times. But once I have a little bit of an obsessive mindset. So yeah, today was tough because I obsessed about some of the wrong things, and then I tried getting my mind back on the right things, and then I feel bad for that. Yeah, it's just been a little difficult lately, but hey, I guess that's life, isn't it? We ain't gonna change how things happen. People come and go, even if it's just not necessarily death or that type of thing. It's just people come and go, and it's hard sometimes to accept that. And I admit I have trouble with. Yeah, there it's back. I don't know why it doesn't. It has as good a connection to the internet as it can. Yet it'll do the circle every once in a while. Okay, what should we work on next? We'll get the ring a little more defined and maybe even put a little white on it so it pops out a little more. A little lighter blue up here first, though. That almost kind of gets. I need a little white in my palette. I didn't think I was going to use white today. Yeah, good luck finding. One thing you'll find out about me, I'm not like that OCD kind of organized person. I'm just like OC. I have both of them, but they're not really connected to keeping stuff organized. Just a little white, don't need much. Yeah, Shenny says, oh, maybe I can show it. Yeah, Shenny says, I'm not normal. Have you met me? I seriously focus on the upside of down. I think my childhood trauma made me realize I had to keep on going, and so I could keep on going. Yeah, loss is different for me. I know life and death is like airports in days of old. Yeah, yeah, it's sorry. It's yeah. You go to the airport to pick up a friend. It's like birth, and you're all happy, and then you cry with the excitement. Then the visit, you get closer to them, enjoy the company and the memories, see your life with them. And in my opinion, that's what we do with our thoughts and our actions regarding situations that matter. It's a bad 5 minutes, or did we allow the 5 minutes to ruin the day, as it were? Then you all pile back up in the vehicle, go to the airport, you get all the sad crying, some more. Yeah. I And it says, I like how you put that, Shinny. Yeah, you did put it well. It's just hard. Thing is, you know where they're going. They're going home. Sure, it takes a little bit to get there, but they do, which means you can visit again. I hope. Some of mine, I really hope. Best part is we get to hang, visit, and get to know them. That we're willing to share. Yeah, that's the best part, Shanny. Yeah, people can read that on their own. Yeah, it's hard when, and there's nothing right now that in my life is that bad. It's just that I feel for others, and that brings up those memories. There's things that I'd like to get taken care of. There's things I was hoping would be helped by now in my life, and it just doesn't seem like that's going to happen. So you just go on. You know, it's not good. It's not bad. It's just what it is. You know. There, made the white a little whiter. Also got to make some of the blue a little lighter. Doesn't do for oh crap. Yeah. I don't consider myself really an artist. So being emotional on stream is not what I'm aiming for. But yet that seems to be where it's going today. That's okay. Shanny says, remember though, remember the good and the happy parts of who the person was, because you surely wouldn't bring a grump home from the airport upon arrival, or at least I'd leave them there. Yeah. Here first. Yeah, well put, Shanny. Well put, I'd leave Grumpy at the airport too. Yeah. Glad you enjoy those too, Shanny. It's just hard for me to think of myself as, and I don't know that I want to think of myself more than just, it's almost like I enjoy it being craft more than art. I don't know why. I know part of it, I'm fairly insecure. Have you noticed that? Have you met me? But yeah, it's the problem with I have with some of the looking back on people And I think I mentioned some that, like with my father, that his last few years, he wasn't what he was. His life, you know, and so it's tough. It's tough getting those memories out from, you know, I think of him as he was those last few years, which was nothing like the, you know, the happy go lucky guy that, you know, yeah. So he was kind of a grump at the end, but not really. He was actually a very happy person suffering from dementia. Some can get very grumpy and stuff. He wasn't. He mostly laughed. It wouldn't make sense why he was laughing, you know, but he would laugh a lot, and I miss those laughs. That's why certain people, if they have nervous laughters, I don't mind it because he had a nervous laughter. But yeah, yeah, Shin Idol. Yeah, tell him Shinny. Maybe he'll listen to you about a beautiful art in the streams. Yeah, Lamau. Okay, you probably think of him in like he was in his 30s. So when you get home, he'll be easier to recognize. He he was 38 when I was born. So he was, you know, much older and you know, I remember him in his 50s is what I really what when he was good and still we would go out and I mean in his 50s and 60s we did a lot of stuff together. And then in his 70s he went downhill and by his 80s it was tough. So yeah, you know, I have a nervous laughter, so I recommend you don't have a heart attack in front of me. Just, oh, I expect, you know, that's that, you know, there's a saying if you fall down and everybody comes running to you and is concerned and frightened, uh, that means that you know, yeah, that means you know that you're old if they all come concerned and frightened. If they all kind of laugh first before they come help you, then that means you're still young. So I'm okay if you laugh first. Makes me feel young. Uh, then you need to look at pictures of him in his 30s because that is what you're going to see when you vacation is years over. I hope. Yeah, he was a much different guy in his 30s, but he smoked then, and so he was a much thinner man than what he was later on. Oh, I'm telling you, the heart attack laughter is a real thing. My aunt had a heart attack, and I laughed so hard for so long. She was in her 80s. Uncle had to call 911 because I was laughing. Okay, there's a certain point where it might get a bit disturbing. But hey, I've met you, so, or at least I think I got a pretty good idea of what you're like. So I'm not judging. No, yeah, my dad was a skinny guy in his like 20s and 30s, but he quit smoking when, as soon as like the FDA and stuff and everything started to say smoking was proven bad for you. And so it's, yeah, so all diet, and then he gained weight because he needed something, like we've talked about, everybody's addicted to something. That is how much I love her. To this very day, I get to chat with her from time to time. That's nice. Yes, she passed away back in '88. Yeah. I'll tell you a strange thing that happened to me that I think was my dad and my neighbor. Um, but, it conflicts me about things that I believe and how yeah, I mean, some people know I'm conflicted on certain things. But or I had gotten a post pounder, a tea post pounder from my neighbor's estate that passed away this spring. And, because I just needed one for out in the garden and stuff. And I hadn't used it yet, but my brother-in-law one day needed to use it. So I got it out and he used it. And, you know, he, so then I had put it away. And one day then it was like, okay, I need to put up a little bit of a fence for some pole beans to grow up. So I go look for it right where I knew I had put it, and it's not there. And I go looking all around. I go think maybe I didn't put it away after my brother in law used it. So I went and looked in those places, and nope, nowhere to be found there. And I'm looking and searching, going all over the yard, looking in the garage because maybe it was in there instead of the shed that I was sure I put it in. And I mean, it was like 2 hours. I sat there going around looking for it, giving up. And then I went and planted some other stuff and worked on other things. Was about ready to find a sledgehammer just to try to get the posts in, which trying to get T posts that are taller than you in with a sledgehammer is just a pain. And I'm looking all over, and I finally figured I'll wait a day, figure it out tomorrow. Nothing needed to be done that day. It could wait. I shut the door to the shed, and there, right behind the shed door, is the post pounder. No, I wasn't. The post pounder when I shut, and I thought, because my dad and this friend of mine, they got along and kind of liked to have little jokes at my expense years ago. And I could just see them laughing, thinking, what an idiot. He can't find it. You know, if they, if how I got there, I don't know why I would have ever sat it back behind that door. But, yeah, it just, it was such a strange day that it made me feel good. But then it confused me too. Believe me, I have a lot of confusion in my life. It's it's a thing. That's getting there. Stuff won't go quite as quickly now after the main blocking out got a lot of that. They both. get rid of some of that white around it so you don't notice that so much. Yeah, Jenny saying, well, we are all addicted to something, just like we're all in gangs. Law enforcement, judges, lawyers, teachers, neighbors, etc. Gang members. A lot of them. Yep. Oh, it's just like your clique is what. Yep. It's all the same type of thing. Were you holding it? That's normally where things I'm looking for so hard normally are in my hand. No, I've done that with my cell phone a time or two though. I've been on it and like feeling my pocket and going, oh my God, I lost my cell phone. That's like, yeah, not one of those better feelings when it finally. Dang you, child, if people don't listen, then how are you ever supposed to know they are never alone? Got together and messed with you big time. I hope so. I hope so. It's still, I like I say, I've seen enough bad that I have trouble believing in like ultimate good. And that's where I have issues. I know some see the miracle side of things. I see the bad side of things. I'm not proud of it. It's not what I wanna. And I'm not telling anybody what to think or what to do. So I'm just, you know, crap. Probably get a strike for saying crap now on YouTube. That might be too much. Yeah. Shani says I told a friend to call me while I was on the phone with them and we were looking for my phone. Seriously. Those are the friends you need. Bus ride to Confusion City with you. Yep. It's like, yeah. I haven't asked somebody to call me. Yeah. You're my 180. Pretty much. I'm the same but different. Yeah. Yeah. I wish I could see. There's people that know that I admire those with faith of any kind. Those who can, yeah, see, the positive out of situations. I have tried, and I'm getting better at it. I mean, like I even say with my brother-in-law who passed away. I mean, he left my sister alone with 3 kids, but those 3 kids have turned out great. You know, they're very successful people and good parents on their own, and it's just, yeah. So but I have trouble not still feeling the pain, you know. I can remember the exact moment being told that he had passed away, and it's just things like that are, yeah, just it's hard for me to wrap that around and think of it as a positive. But hey, I'm a work in progress, most definitely. So don't give up on me. Sorry, I cut out 15 minutes back. We'll have to listen to what I missed later. Oh, shocking. Shocking that you had IT issues. I mean, I am flabbergasted. It's like, I don't know what to say. That's just, man, that's never happened, has it? I'm going to get a talking to sometime. I'll have to be careful and yeah, I'll have to be a little careful watching the show tonight. I'll probably be really tired though, so yeah. This is one of those days of the week where because of stuff, it's a tough day to stay awake very late, but I like the tail a little better already, getting it lightened up and lighten that up a little bit. Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully one of these next streams will be a little more exciting. I'm going to have to test a little something, and you never know. I don't have any gr- uh, Grammy to lighten up. I don't think you want an AI version of me. Yeah. And, tech hates me always. Plus was on errands. Hope you got your errands run. Got them done. Oh, crap. Yeah. I think we're going to kind of call it quits for that. It's been an hour and 23 minutes. Yeah, the tail needs a lot of work yet, but it actually got a lot done. It doesn't look like it's so much. And if I didn't have to, yeah, I, yeah, AI Granny and Gramps would be hilarious. Well, remember, I'm not a Gramps, so it can't be of me. Nope, nope. All I would, if you did an AI version of me, all I'd say all the time is, that's what she said. Yeah, it's getting there. It's much brighter in person and stuff too. I'm trying to keep it very bright, the chest and stuff. When it gets done, I'll get better pictures of it and stuff. But it might still take a couple more to get it to where I want it. I'm in no hurry with this one. There's a couple other things I have to do probably in between finishing this, but we'll get it. Yeah, it's tough to stop. I like dry brushing some of the color into things. Yeah. I think we'll move this over. I can move this without knocking too much stuff over. Yeah. If it would have been full screen, it would have worked out good. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Heidel, that you can tell the difference. And yeah, well, you're not one, but still, it'd be hilarious. I'd be more the crazy uncle. That's what I'm more. If you want to do a weird uncle, then that would be me. But, thank you for joining me today. Hey, we're up to 4 viewers. That's pretty good for me at one time. I'm sure I'll get a few extra views afterwards. Yeah, okay, crazy uncle then. Yeah, I let them listen to those songs and watch those movies that, I mean, most of my nephews and some of my nieces, I mean, I went to Monty Python's Holy Grail with a niece of mine, so, what can I say? That's success in my book. A lot of my nephews like AC/DC. I did not play them all the songs that I could have at the time. But no, it's been an enjoyable. In case you end, see you later, Gator. I'm on a phone with a client. Yep, I'm going to end here in just a second. So, yeah. Now I got to go find if I can get, because it wouldn't let me work stuff. I'm going to, I'll go through and shut this down and it'll probably work perfect after this. It's going to be something that they just don't want me to have work right for me. But no. I want to thank you for being here. Remember, as Louis now I can't even think of, because I get Neil Armstrong because of somebody in my head. Louis Armstrong said in his great song, "It's a wonderful world." Remember that. Until next time.
Goodbye for now, no need to cry. The clock just spins and whispers why. The door will close, but not for good. We'll meet again, I knew we would. Goodbye for now, until next time. This ain't the end, just a pause on the line. Hope you had a good time. Oh, I truly did. I enjoyed our visit more than I admit. The sun may set, but it will rise. 1,000 colors in the skies. The echo lingers, soft and true. Every step still leads to you. Goodbye for now, until next time. This ain't the end, just a pause in the line. Hope you had a good time. Oh, I truly did. I enjoyed our visit more than I admit. The sun may set, but it will rise. 1,000 colors in the skies. The echo lingers soft and true. Every step still leads to you. Goodbye for now, until next time. clock ticks slow, but your own way. The fast it flies when you stay. A mystery no one can explain.